Peace of the Lord Jesus Christ to everyone. This is the paradise number 3, video number 3, and we will start from where we stopped last time, continuing analyzation for the Quran. So let us listen together and try to understand what Islam is about, because as we said, from understanding the reward of paradise in Islam, we will understand what Islam and what is Muslims about. Listen carefully.
And in the Jannah they will be given a cup of wine, not the wine that makes you intoxicated, a cup of wine that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made as a reward for the people of the Jannah. They will be given a cup of wine, and mixed in it is zanjabil. عَيْنًا فِيهَا تُسَمَّى سَلْسَبِيلًا. A spring that is flowing in the Jannah is named Salsabila. وَيَطُوفُ عَلَيْهِمْ وِلْدَانٌ مُخَلَّدُونَ إِذَا رَأَيْتَهُمْ حَسِبْتَهُمْ لُؤْلُؤًا مَنْثُورًا. And coming around them as they are sitting on their raised thrones will be servant boys who have everlasting youth. And when you see them from far, you would think that they are scattered pearls.
Okay. I think what you heard is not my made. This is Quran. So nobody can say this is unbelievable, this is not true, this is a lie. The Quran never say that. According to Muhammad, each Muslim man, he will have 300 boys at least, and 72 women 72 women at least. Now, you know, we hear always Muslims talking about slavery, and they go and they talk to the black African American and they say to them, you know, do you see what the white man did to you? Do you see what the white man made out of you? You know, but you know, this is maybe a different topic and somehow, but it's not. Because all of us, we knew that the white American, he was getting the black African from Africa, and all the African coast is controlled by the Arab Muslims. And the Arab Muslims, they are the one who was kidnapping the black African, selling the black African to the white European man. But the European man, he was not doing what he was doing because Jesus Christ, he told him he can do so. But the Muslim, he was doing that because his God told him you can do so. And I will make a video, I promise you, about slavery in Islam and the biggest crime in humanity which approved big time in Islam. You will see some Muslims saying in the Bible it's approved to have slaves. It's not true. You know, all what the Bible do teach, how you do live your life in the way it is. Do this and do that and etc. In Islam, it's saying it clearly that you can do, buy, sell, kidnap. You are the one as creating slavery. And the God of slavery is the God of Islam. Because all of us, we knew even that the Jewish themselves, they've been enslaved, the whole nation, by the Egyptian and by the Babylon. So the nation of Israel was a slave nation. They've been enslaved, the whole nation. Have you ever heard in the history about the whole nation being enslaved? The Jewish people don't blame anyone except, you know, this is what happened. This is how people used to live. But we don't see a Jewish man saying, let us go and hate the Egyptian. Did you see any Jewish saying, let us destroy Egypt because Egypt one day did enslave us? But the Muslims, they try to play the game of slavery with the black African American because those people, they are, you know, they went through very hard time, and it's hard to forget that, you know what, one day my grandfather, he was a slave, and a slave is not an easy word to say. So the Muslims, they use that trying to convert those people, fooling them to Islam. But the fact, who is the one who was capturing you as a slave? Who is the one who was buying you? Who was the one is selling you? It was the Muslim. Go and see all the African coast. It's controlled. All of it by Muslims. And no slave can go through the beach without, without the permission of the Muslims. Especially at that time, the Muslims were so strong, The European, they have no power there. In any way, we heard the God of Islam saying that He will give you, as a Muslim, as a reward, a lot of boys, and those boys, as the scholar he described them, they are servant boys. We heard him, right? Saying servant boys. But the fact, there is no boys can serve anyone. Boys, they can serve you. Let us listen carefully again.
Who have everlasting youth. And when you see them from far, you would think that they are scattered pearls. وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ ثَمَّ will be servant boys who have everlasting youth. And when you see them from far, you would think that they are scattered pearls. وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ ثَمَّ رَأَيْتَ نَعِيمًا.
Okay, guys, if the God of Islam is God of justice, and I am pointing my question for people who they are black, African, and they are Muslims. How you accept you are the one who was under slavery for long? You are the one who is who did fought for his freedom, and actually the white people, they are the one who gave you the freedom. The same people who enslave you, many of them, they are the ones who supported you against slavery, because not every white man, he did slavery or he supported slavery. And you can go and see the history, and you will see a lot of white people, they were side by side during that time with the African American, supporting you to have your freedom. But now this is not the question. How you accept yourself to belong to a religion, the God of that religion saying to you, I will give you 300 boys as slaves. Are we double standard? When I am a slave, I refuse it. But when I will have a slave, it's okay. If you are against slavery, you should refuse slavery. If you believe slavery is not fair, it's not justice, how you explain to me the God of Islam is going to give me 300 boys? And as you heard, I'm not the one who said they are boys. Those are innocent boys. And why? Boys, they need me to serve them. And listen carefully. When you was a slave, or your grandfather, he was a slave. He was a slave for maybe lifetime, maybe 15 years, maybe 20 years, or maybe until he died. But those boys will be slaves forever, for eternity. Because remember, this is heaven of Allah. So what kind of heaven and what kind of God, even in his heaven, he will give me slaves? Is that a heaven? I thought heaven is the land of justice. But it's very clear, heaven is the land of abuse, child abuse, and women abuse. Don't forget the 72 women, they are sex slaves. Do they have a choice to leave? Do they have a choice not to go and be women for sex? No. All those will be given to you by Allah as slaves. Listen carefully again.
Will be servant boys who have everlasting youth. And when you see them from far, you would think that they are scattered pearls.
And why they are so beauty? Why they are so pretty? You see, it's not only he is promoting his religion by saying to you, I will give you boys. And all of you heard the word boys. No, they will be so beauty. Now why they will be so beauty? Beauty, when you look at the beauty of a human, this is something sexual. Like what if I am an ugly? I'm not a human anymore? So only boys who they are beauty, they will be serving you. And this is telling us and give us another face about Allah. Who is Allah? boys who they are extremely pretty, and they will stay in their age forever, which means they will never grow. I will continue this topic more in the coming video. Please follow with me. I hope you are enjoying the analyzation of this filthy religion, the god of slavery, the one who will give us, even in the heaven, slaves, sex slave, boys, women, and he have no justice because he is evil, he is Satan. Jesus is Lord, Islam is false. Ameen. Thank you.